What is up, it's Legion of Gaming here, and we are back today with another episode of our Mass Effect Legendary Edition playthrough on Insanity difficulty. As you can see, judging by our surroundings, we are at the station that they take you to after you escape the Lazarus Project station with Jacob and Miranda. Right now we cannot talk to them because we have to go meet with the Elusive Man, who we just found out basically that after we were splatted on the side of a planet for the last 2 years and 12 days, as Jacob told us at the end of the last episode, they brought us back to life. So we don't really know why they went and did it. We just know that based off of those diary, I guess you would call it, entries that we found from Wilson and Miranda, that it cost him quite a substantial amount of money, and that they basically wanted us to be the exact same way that we were before, and that anything less would be considered a failure by both Miranda and the Elusive Man. So without any further ado, let's get on in here and meet the Elusive Man.
Commander Shepard.
Elusive Man. I thought we'd be meeting face to face.
Unnecessary precaution. Not unusual for people who know what you and I know.
Now, I don't know about you guys, but if you've ever seen Office Space and then you start playing through this game, every time he takes that, drag of that cigarette, all I can think of is when the boss of the main character goes in it and Office Space says, "Yeah, we're gonna need you to come in on the weekend today."
You might be the reason I'm still alive, but that doesn't mean I trust you.
You need to put your personal feelings aside. Humanity is up against the greatest threat of our brief existence.
The Reapers.
Good to see your memory's still intact. How are you feeling?
You're not really my friend, buddy. You don't need to be asking me about them things. Like, I just met you. Found out I've been on a table for 2 years and 12 days, man. And before that, found out that you were, killing all of these humans, experimenting, letting Thresher Mauls attack people, murdering Alliance admirals and stuff. Why are we the same? Why do I need to communicate with you, man?
You need to earn the right to ask me those kinds of questions.
Cerberus isn't as evil as you believe. You and I are on the same side. We just have different methods.
Cut to the chase. What are the Reapers doing that made you decide to bring me back?
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack. While you've been sleeping, entire colonies have been disappearing. Human colonies. We believe it's someone working for the Reapers, just as Saren and the Geth aided Sovereign. You've seen it yourself. You bested all of them. That's just one reason we chose you.
So that's actually one of the interesting things that I find about the writing in Mass Effect 2 here, is that, if you think about what's going on and what the premise is thus far, what we learned about Cerberus in the last game is that they are extremely pro-human. Kind of like the Terra Firma party, if you remember that one little random interaction that you have with them there towards the end of the game on the Citadel, where they think that the best way for humanity to navigate, the politics of the galaxy is for humanity to always be set up and be in the most powerful position possible, because they're that concerned about, basically another first contact war breaking out at any point in time and being turned on by all the other, council races. But let's see what the Elusive Man has to say about Cerberus.
Fighting a war doesn't seem like Cerberus. Why are you involved?
We're committed to the advancement and preservation of humanity. If the Reapers are targeting us, trying to wipe us out, Cerberus will stop them. If we wait for politicians or the Alliance to act, no more human colonies will be left.
Abductions?
Sovereign was trying to harvest all life in the galaxy. Why would the Reapers target a few human colonies?
Hundreds of thousands of colonists have vanished. I'd say that fits the definition of harvesting. Nobody's paying attention because it's random. and the attacks occur in remote locations. I don't know why they've suddenly targeted humanity. Maybe you got their attention when you killed one of them.
What about getting the Alliance involved?
If this is a threat against humanity, you need to mobilize the Alliance.
They suffered substantial losses fighting Sovereign. They're rebuilding, still stretched too thin to waste resources verifying the Reaper threat. Blaming the abductions on mercs and pirates is easier and more convenient.
Now, I'm pretty sure even if you choose to not save the Council that he still gives you that exact same answer or something along those same lines, which I always found kind of interesting because you would think, right, this is human colonies going out there, or that they would pay a little bit more attention, but then you actually go and think back to like when we went to Pharos and Nevaria and like all of these colonies, and basically, you know, what it kind of is portrayed is that you're signing a colonization contract that, hey, I'm consenting to go out here and try to colonize this new uncharted world, and you're accepting all, you know, responsibility for your own security and things like that, or entrusting it to the company and that sort of stuff. So that's why there's probably not as much interest, in addition to what he was just saying, where they're trying to recover what they lost fighting Sovereign. It's just something interesting that I always think about. And then, do we really have to ask why me? Commander Shepard, man. Best person out here to be investigating anything.
You could have trained an entire army for what you spent to bring me back.
You're unique, not just in ability or what you've experienced, but in what you represent. You stood for humanity at a key moment. You're more than a soldier. You're a symbol. And I don't know if the Reapers understand fear, but you killed one. They have to respect that.
Alright. Maybe I believe you.
If what you say is true, if the Reapers are behind this, I'd consider helping you.
I'd be disappointed if you accepted any of this without seeing for yourself. I have a shuttle ready to take you to Freedom's Progress, the latest colony to be abducted. Miranda and Jacob will brief you.
I'm supposed to trust them?
Miranda killed Wilson in cold blood. Jacob's just a gun for hire. You expect me to trust them?
Wilson was one of my best agents, but he was a traitor. Miranda did exactly what I expected of her, and she saved your life in more ways than one. Jacob's a soldier, one of the best. He's never fully trusted me, but he's always been honest about it. You'll be just fine with them. For now.
He says that so ominously. For now. Like, I've got 18 other Cerberus commandos I could have paired you up with, but I chose these two. Do I have a choice, though? That's the real question.
Is this a volunteer job, or am I being volunteered?
You always have a choice, Shepard. If you don't find the evidence we're both looking for, we can part ways. But first, go to Freedom's Progress. Find any clues you can. Who's abducting the colonies? Do they have any connection to the Reapers? I brought you back. It's up to you to do the rest.
And we got another level up here, as well as, you know, experience and a whole bunch of journal and codex entries, I'm sure, with all the stuff that we were just talking about. So here, what I typically do is like kind of a personal safety net, is I try to go and always hold some points in case I need it for some, you know, increased Paragon for a speech check or anything like that, because, again, it's kind of my thing. I don't want to fail any speech checks, and I want to be able to, you know, save as many people as possible on my Paragon playthroughs, just so that way I can go and, you know, in my opinion, be the most goody-goody as possible. Maybe the next playthrough we do will be a Renegade. We'll see. But I think what I'm actually going to do here is deviate a little bit. I'm kind of debating between taking a second point here in energy drain, or and then doing 1 point in hacking, or just doing 3 into incinerate. I think what I'm going to do, since I have a pretty good memory of what we're going to be fighting, is we will go and do the 2 in energy drink, not energy drink, energy drain, and 1 into AI hacking. And as you can see, they go and show you how much experience you have to the next level. Now, something that did change from 1 to 2 is you will not level up until the end of the mission, because that is when you actually go and get all of your experience. You don't have it popping up on screen like it was in your fights and everything, getting experience for each little thing that you had that was going on, like finding resources and doing side content, like in Mass Effect 1. But let's go ahead and talk to Jacob and Miranda now that we have our first mission we're going to be doing with them.
The elusive man is very impressed with you. I'm eager to see if you can live up to his expectations on this mission.
Just remember who's in charge, Miranda.
I can't have anyone disobeying my commands when we get there.
I know who I report to. As long as you don't do anything to betray Cerberus, I'll follow your orders.
Thanks for resurrecting me, by the way.
I never got a chance to say how much I appreciated what the Lazarus Project did for me.
I just hope it was worth it. A lot of people lost their lives on that station.
Which that whole, like, turn of dialogue kind of cracks me up, because you go from, like, if you do the, you know, the same deal as last time, where all your investigative options, right, are usually on the left side. If you investigate, you're, like, putting her in her place, and then right after the fact, you're like, oh yeah, never got a chance to tell you how much I appreciate, you know, you, like, bringing me back to life and stuff, bud. Like, well, we don't have to be enemies.
We have to work together here. Your attitude isn't helping anything.
I have the utmost respect for your abilities, Shepard. It's your motivations that concern me. I believe in what Cerberus stands for. Only time will tell if you prove to be an asset or a liability to our cause.
What are your thoughts on our current mission?
What can you tell me about this colony we're going to?
Freedom's Progress? It's a typical human settlement in the Terminus systems. They had a small military force for protection supplemented by mechs and security drones. Average in almost every way, really. Completely unremarkable. Until the disappearance.
Any idea what we'll find there?
Any thoughts on what we might run into there?
A lot of empty buildings and one giant mystery.
Tell me more about the Lazarus Project.
I'd like to know more about the Lazarus Project from the person in charge.
I wasn't in charge. The elusive man was. If I was running the show, would have done a few things differently.
Like what?
What would you have changed?
To start, I would have implanted you with some type of control chip. But the elusive man wouldn't allow it. He was afraid it might affect your personality, alter your character somehow. He wouldn't let us do anything that might limit your potential in any way.
I'm glad he was in charge.
Can't say I like the idea of being brought back to life with a control chip in my brain.
The elusive man is taking an incredible risk with you. I just hope his gamble pays off.
Tell me more about yourself.
Tell me a little about yourself.
Worried about my qualifications? I can crush a mech with my biotics or shoot its head off at 100 yards. Take your pick.
I wanted more than a resume.
I was trying to get to know you as a human being.
I'm not looking for a friend, Shepard. Stay focused on the mission.
Where'd you train?
Did you and Jacob serve together in the Alliance?
No, the elusive man recognized my potential and recruited me at a young age.
How old were you?
Old enough to know this is what I wanted.
Goodbye.
It's obvious you're not interested in talking.
We've got an assignment. We can talk about it or we can do it.
And now let's go talk to Jacob.
I'm glad the elusive man convinced you to join us, Commander.
I mean, I don't know about the whole join them per se, but the colonists need help. That's why we going over there.
I just want to find out what happened to those missing people. I still don't trust Cerberus.
Noted. Do you trust me, Commander?
I mean, honestly, no, but because we're being goody. Sure, why not? I trust you.
You're a good man, Jacob. But you might be working for the wrong people.
Maybe. But I thought the same when I was with the Alliance. That's why I'm here now.
What do you think about the current mission, Betty?
Do you know anything about this colony we're going to?
It's called Freedom's Progress. Don't know much else. I guess we'll find out when we get there.
Tell me about you and the Alliance, Jacob.
You said you served in the Alliance?
5 years in total. Stationed all over the galaxy. Even spent a couple of years as a Corsair.
A Corsair?
I've never heard of the Corsairs.
It was an Alliance initiative. They hired independent starship captains and used them for missions that fell outside official Alliance jurisdiction. Technically, we weren't part of the Alliance. If we ever got caught, they could disavow any knowledge of us. We were supposed to be free from restrictions and rules. There was still enough red tape to sink a cruiser. I finally just gave up.
AKA, that's literally exactly how Cerberus started out. If you remember the description that we were first given by Kahoku, right? Was, oh, it's just a Alliance Black Ops team that's gone super rogue. Does it not sound exactly like what Jacob was just describing to you? Only a separate Alliance program? But what made you decide to join Cerberus, Jacob?
Why did you join Cerberus?
I guess I just got tired of never making a difference. So much of what we did in the Alliance seemed pointless. I thought things would change after the attack on the Citadel. Humanity was finally invited to join the Council, but nothing changed. Politics, bureaucracy, same bullshit, different leaders. Cerberus is different. When colonies go missing, we don't commission a team to write a report to figure out what the hell to do about it. We just go and find out.
Goodbye, Jacob.
That's all for now.
Yes, sir.
And so, if you think about it, the reason that Cerberus is able to do that is like what the Elusive Man's talking about. Is he kind of just is trusted by, the investors in Cerberus to do and make the best business decisions that he has, right? But everyone just perceives them as bad, so they can kind of go in and do whatever they want and not have to necessarily worry about the repercussions of that, as opposed to an actual, government, right? Like the Alliance. This is the mission summary screen, which is what they added at the end of the game, kind of let you know, hey, you're done with the mission here. And it tells you all the different things here that you got, like I was saying, with the resources and things like that, and the credits. And then it tells you if you get new weapons, things like that, and if you get a level up. But now we're going to head on over to Freedom's Progress.
We should be there shortly, Shepard. The Elusive Man put us under your command. Do you have any orders?
What did you find at the other colonies?
What did you find at the other colonies?
Nothing. No signs of attack, no corpses, not even a trace of unusual genetic material to give us a clue. They just disappear. We've got no target to go after.
What about my authority?
Are you sure you'll be comfortable following my orders?
We didn't bring you back from the dead just to second guess you, Commander. If the Elusive Man says you're in charge, you're in charge.
Good, because otherwise this was going to turn into a Renegade playthrough real quick. What are the odds of our success?
What makes you think this investigation will turn up anything new?
At other colonies, official investigators got there first. Sometimes looters or salvage teams as well. We're hoping to be the first ones there this time. Maybe find clues before somebody else disturbs the scene.
Our first priority needs to be looking for survivors, which, if you remember, this is kind of like a flashback to your first mission on Mass Effect, right? What were you doing? You were doing a shakedown run to a human colony, and then it turns out to be more than just some regular mission, and you ask about looking for survivors, and Anderson tells you no, the mission, the beacon, is the priority.
Our first priority is to look for survivors.
That's unlikely, Commander. No one was left at the other colonies. They were completely deserted.
Be nice to find somebody. Anything's better than another ghost town.
Alright, so as you can see, we have new weapons. They have given us the heavy pistol, which we had on the last one. They gave us a sniper rifle, and our submachine gun, and of course our heavy weapon, which you can change out once you find a different weapon. And then something they added to the second game here, as you can see, is it tells you, hey, this is what this is effective against, this is what it's not effective against, right? So basically what you want to do is you want to be using your pistol against armor. You want to be using your sniper rifle either against armor or health. It's not good against shields and barriers, whereas the machine gun pistol is very effective against shields and barriers. Also, whenever you start and whenever you equip a weapon for the first time, you will need to go and activate your ammo power that you want to use if you're a character that has ammo powers. So let's just go ahead and get all of that going on right now. And if you continue down the path on most of your ammo upgrades, you can eventually choose to either make it more effective for you or give the entire squad that ammo type. I think we're going to be using the pistol and submachine gun primarily.
Looks like everyone just got up and left right in the middle of dinner.
Unless we just are in a good spot where we have the opportunity to pull off some sick sniper shots for right now.
Strange. No bodies, no structural damage, and no signs of battle.
You'll want to be on the lookout for salvage and stuff like that, as well as safes. So like over here is a thing where you could go and use your sniper rifle a little bit. Put his incendiary on. And then because we are playing on Insanity difficulty, the enemies will have added defenses and such. We're gonna go
There we go!
Incoming!
So as you can see, the energy drain will take health even if the synthetics don't have shields, so that's kind of why we put the extra point into that. And then we do have the disruptor ammo on because it helps with shields and taking out mechs. Now the thing that you also want to remember is
Shoot them before they take out the shields.
so now I want to go swap back to, we'll say, the submachine gun. But so you noticed you cannot hack them as long as they have their armor up. You have to either take out their shields or their armor in order to be able to actually go
Get over here!
and actually take control of the mechs. Gotta hide there. Need to do that. Need to do that.
Come on over.
Enemy down!
Swap it on back to the sniper rifle over here. So that's kind of what I was talking about, where if you're not paying attention, your ability shots have to travel, whereas your fellow squad mates do not. And then as you can see, you can also interrupt your own reloads as well, so just kind of something that you got to get used to, because you know we had the good old overheat system in the first game. And then also bear in mind that while you have the Mantis, you basically only have 10 shots, so make them count. Don't just be over there spraying and praying with them. Now you can prioritize rushing to get one of the better sniper rifles, but the difference between that sniper rifle and this one is increased rate of fire, but dramatic kind of drop off in damage. It doesn't really show you when you look at equipment and things like that. Oh yeah, I forgot to level them up now that we're actually on this. I was telling you guys earlier that I usually don't put points into what my character's, you know, specialization is, but it can be very good for you to go and do it for your squad mates. What I usually do here is I get both of these up to 2, and then do 2 there, so that way she's giving us extra bonus damage. Jacob, gonna be honest with you, literally don't use him at all almost after this mission, except for trying to recruit one of our other squad mates and then his loyalty mission. That's about it, because really if you look at it, he doesn't really have any good abilities, so to me just not all that great, because his weapons, if you look at it here, is literally a shotgun and a pistol. With Miranda, it's a pistol and a submachine gun, so she can at least engage at a little bit more of a range. And you just do a lot of, like, close to mid to long range combat in this game, so it just kind of doesn't really make sense. There we go. So to me, it's just best to keep characters like I was saying. In Mass Effect 1, you could focus and see like, hey, do I think I'm going to be fighting tech, biotics,
Stop right there.
and keep it balanced,
you
right?
said you'd let me handle this. Wait, Shepard?
I'm not taking any chances with Cerberus operatives.
Put those weapons down! Shepard? Is that... you're alive?
And this is why we killed all those Geth for that side mission, so we could get this little unique nugget of dialogue here. I'll prove it's really me, Tali.
Remember when I gave you that Geth data tally? Did it help you complete your pilgrimage?
Yes, it did. Praza, weapons down. This is definitely Commander Shepard.
Why is your old commander working for Cerberus?
I don't know. Maybe we should ask.
I didn't have a choice.
I nearly died, Tali. Cerberus spent 2 years rebuilding me. They want me to investigate attacks on human colonies.
Likely story. No organization would commit so many resources to bring back one soldier.
You haven't seen Shepard in action, Praza. Trust me, it was money well spent.
At least Tali's got
Perhaps
our
we can
back.
work together. We're here looking for a young Quarian named Vitor. He was here on pilgrimage.
Why did Vitor come here?
Isn't that a little strange? A Quarian visiting a remote human colony?
Quarians can choose where they go on pilgrimage. Vitor liked the idea of helping a small settlement. He was always nervous in crowds.
She means that he was unstable. Combine that with damage to his suit CO2 scrubbers and an infection from an open-air exposure, and he's likely delirious.
When he saw us landing, he hid in a warehouse on the far side of town. We suspect he also programmed the mechs to attack anything that moved.
We need to team up.
Vitor's the only one who can tell us what happened here. We should work together to find him.
Good idea. You'll need 2 teams to get past the drones anyway.
Now we're working with Cerberus?
No, Praza, you're working for me. If you can't follow orders, go wait on the ship.
Duh.
Head for the warehouse through the center of the colony. We'll circle around the far side and draw off some of the drones to clear you a path.
So as you guys can see, Tali is no longer, the kind of scared, reserved Quarian that we met when we were rescuing her from the Shadow Brokers operatives back in the first game, and that's why she, in my opinion, is one of the, you can see the character development with each of these characters so much in each game, except for certain people. Yes, I'm talking about you, Jacob, don't look at me like that. And you can go and just see their progression and the impact that being around Shepard and completing the missions and being a part of his crew has had on them, and I just think that's something that's really neat. But let's find out what happened with Cerberus and the Quarians while we were unconscious.
Your people really don't like Cerberus. What did I miss?
They killed our people, infiltrated our flotilla, and tried to blow up one of our ships.
That's not how I have explained it exactly. It was nothing personal.
We can argue over who killed who later. Right now, we've got a job to do.
Agreed. We work together to get to Vitor.
Sounds like a plan.
Make sure to keep in radio contact.
Will do. Good luck, Shepard. Whatever happens, it's good to have you back.
Alright, let's get it started.
Be careful, Shepard. There's a squad of security drones up ahead.
Thanks for the warning. We'll take care of them.
We've been spotted!
Go ahead and bypass this safe. Also, in case you don't know, if you shoot one of the mechs in the head and it explodes while you are bypassing, it will kick you out of whether it is hacking, bypassing. If you take any damage at all, it will kick you out of here. Let's go ahead and go this way.
Use overload on them.
So right here, overload and drain. Let's see. As you can see there, they don't have any armor or anything like that on them, but still need to be careful. As basically one rocket there just about eliminates our entire field health. Then right here we kind of got lucky that he didn't immediately focus us. So Miranda is down. And on Insanity, that is not too uncommon.
Rushed on the head. I told them to wait, but they wouldn't listen. They want to find Vitor and take him away before you get here.
We should have expected this.
Come on, we can still catch them.
So like if you really want to, you can go and be using Unity and things like that, but it's like the first 2 missions of the game, so it's not like it's going to be terribly, terribly difficult for you to be able to get through here. And like I said, you really want to remember that you're basically robbing yourself of credits whenever you go and use any metagel that wasn't necessary, because whenever you go to those medical stations, if your metagel is full, then it will actually go and just give you 100 credits. So if you're strapped for cash, oh well, first death of the playthrough. Thought that was gonna be a little bit safer, but we'll go ahead and we'll just resume, pick it on right back up. Whatever the last save was. Is right here? Okay. Alright, get back into it. Gotta re-put on his squad power. Even though it's really kinda like useless. So, use that.
Here goes. There we go. One left.
Then over here. And then you can use pull on it, but it's not really gonna have any effect really on them. That, which is the rocket that killed us last time, and now we're good to go.
Shepard, we're inside the loading docks.
So there's the medkit, like I was saying.
It's tearing Praza's squad apart.
They did want to get to Vitor first.
Get your squad into cover, and I'll open the loading bay doors.
We'll take cover by the doors. Shepard, you take point.
So the squad command buttons
Going
are
to
the
cover.
exact same as they were in ME1. So we're just gonna wait for everybody to get over there in position, and then we'll start. Rip that guy. So this is the Atlas mech. You'll fight quite a few of these, or not an Atlas mech, a YS.
That mech's got heavy armor plating. Those Quarians never stood a chance.
This is going to be one tough son of a bitch to take down.
So as long as you have like actual cover,
Overlord, take out the shield.
it's really not that bad. And just energy drain it over the And so now you can go and actually switch over either to your sniper rifle or your heavy pistol, because you know now you're gonna be dealing with the armor, which is why Amanda can be a really valuable squad mate, is that she has overload and she has the ability to do warp. As you can see, the rest of the squad is down. Well, okay. I guess he's just not gonna do anything, which is fine with me. We'll just sit here, and I'm not gonna complain about a free win. And insult to injury, bam. Can hit reload at any point in time, like right there you saw the reload kind of got interrupted since I popped out to do a power.
This is your chance to go find Vitor while I tend to the wounded, Shepard. He's probably somewhere in the back of the loading bay.
Then you've got this right here, which is Iridium and Next. Like I was saying earlier, you want to try to get as much money and things like that as possible early on, so that way you can pay for upgrades and not have to scan a bunch of planets. And another free 3,000 bucks. But I'll talk a little bit more about weapons, power upgrades, and things like that when we get probably into the next episode, because right now you don't really have access to any of that stuff until you go and recruit
Monsters coming back.
Another squad.
Max will protect. Safe from swarms. Have to hide. No monsters. No swarms. No.
Oh, no.
Vitor. No, Vitor. Not here. Swarms can't find. Monsters coming. Have to hide.
You're safe now. It's okay.
Nobody's gonna hurt you anymore.
I don't think he can hear you, Commander.
And then just spam that right click. Hopefully like you guys are spamming the like and subscribe button on this video.
You're human. Where did you hide? How come they didn't find you?
Who didn't find us?
The monsters. The swarms. They took everyone.
We weren't here, Vitor.
We're not survivors, Vitor. We just got here.
You don't know. You didn't see. But I see everything.
Looks like security footage. He must have pieced it together manually.
What the hell is that?
My God. I think it's a collector.
What's a collector? So this is obviously, a new alien species that was not in the first game.
Is that some kind of alien?
They're a species from somewhere beyond the Omega-4 relay. Only a few people have ever seen one in person.
They usually work through intermediaries, like slavers or hired mercenaries. If they're involved with the Reapers somehow, it could explain what happened to the colonies.
The Collectors have advanced technology. They could have a weapon that disables an entire settlement at once.
The Seeker swarms. No one can hide. The Seekers find you, freeze you, then the monsters take you away.
How did you escape, Vitor?
Why didn't the collectors take you?
Swarms didn't find me. Monsters didn't know I was here.
The Collectors aren't known for being careless. Maybe his envirosuit kept him from showing up on their sensors.
Or they were using technology specifically designed to detect humans. Only human colonies have been hit.
Then you can investigate some more. Tell us about the Seeker swarms.
Tell me more about these swarms.
It's how they find you. Seeker clouds, machines like tiny insects. They go everywhere. They find you, then they sting you, freeze you.
Sounds like miniature probes, maybe. Find victims, then immobilize them with a stasis field or nerve toxin.
Tell me more about the collectors.
I want to know more about the collectors.
Nobody knows much. They're so rare, a lot of people don't even believe they exist.
More importantly, why are they abducting human colonists? What are they after?
Maybe the elusive man can figure it out.
Go on, Vitor.
What happened next?
The monsters took the people onto the ship, and then they left. The ship flew away. But they'll be back for me. No one escapes.
I think that's probably all we're getting out of him, Commander.
Thank you, Vitor.
We appreciate what you told us. You were very helpful.
I studied them. The monsters. The swarms. I recorded them with my Omni tool. Lots of readings. Electromagnetic. Dark energy.
We need to get this data to the elusive man. Grab the Quarian and call the shuttle to come pick us up.
What? Vitor is injured. He needs treatment, not an interrogation.
We won't hurt him. We just need to see if he knows anything else. He'll be returned unharmed.
Your people tried to betray us once already. If we give him to you, we'll never get the intel we need.
Praza was an idiot, and he and his men paid for it. You're welcome to take Vitor's Omnitool data, but please, just let me take him.
You should join us, Tally.
You don't have to take Vitor and go. We could work together, just like old times.
I want to, but I can't. I've got a mission of my own. It's too important for me to abandon, even for you. When it's over, and I'm still alive, we'll see what happens.
What's the mission?
That sounds dangerous. What are you doing?
I don't think Cerberus needs to hear about it, but it's in Geth space. That should tell you how important it is.
Vitor goes with Tally.
He's traumatized and he needs medical care. Tally will give us the Omnitool data and take him to the flotilla.
Understood, Commander.
Thank you, Shepard. I'm glad you're still the one giving the orders. Good luck out there. If I find anything that can help you, I'll let you know.
We're ready for pickup.
Shepard, good work on Freedom's progress. The Quarians forwarded their findings from Vitor's debriefing. No new data, but it's a surprising olive branch given our history. You and I have different methods, but I can't argue with your results.
What can I say? Having friends pays off.
You ever think about playing nice once in a while?
Diplomacy is great when it works, but difficult when everyone already perceives you as a threat. But more importantly, you confirm the Collectors are behind the abductions.
Can't imagine why they see you as a threat. You don't seem surprised.
Why do I get the feeling you knew about them already?
I had my suspicions, but I needed proof. The Collectors are enigmatic at best. They periodically travel to the Terminus systems, looking to gather seemingly unimportant items or specimens, usually in exchange for their technology. When their transactions are complete, they disappear as quickly as they arrived, back beyond the unmapped Omega-4 relay. Until now, we've had no evidence of direct aggression by the Collectors.
What about the Omega-4 relay?
Why is the Omega-4 relay unmapped? What do we know about it?
Only that no ship passing through it has ever returned. Our best guess is that the relay reacts differently to Collector vessels, allowing them safe passage. If they can manipulate relays, that's just further evidence of the connection with the Reapers.
Why are they so interested in humans?
Any ideas on why they've shifted their focus to humans?
If they're agents for the Reapers, it could be any number of reasons. Obviously, humanity played a huge role in Sovereign's destruction. That might have been enough to draw their attention. What really concerns me is why they bother abducting the colonists. Once the humans are paralyzed, why not just kill them?
What about these transactions?
What are the Collectors getting from these deals?
The Collectors aren't very forthcoming about their motives. Generally, they seek out species with rare genetic mutations or abnormalities. They pay slavers and merc groups exorbitant sums to obtain these specimens, and then they leave. But they've never targeted a single species before, and the previous sample sizes were in the dozens, not the tens of thousands.
What aren't you telling me?
You're holding something back. How do you know the Reapers are involved?
The patterns are there, buried in the data. The Council and the Alliance want to believe the Reaper threat died with Sovereign. You and I know better. I won't wait until the Reapers are on the march. We need to take the fight to them.
I can't do it alone.
If this is a war, I'll need an army. Or a really good team.
I've already compiled a list of soldiers, scientists, and mercenaries. You'll get dossiers on the best of them. Finding them and convincing them to work with you could be challenging, but you're a natural leader. I'll continue to track the Collectors. When they make their next appearance, I'll notify you and your team. Be ready.
But I want the OG team, man. I'm a Spectre.
I'm still a Spectre. Maybe I can get the Council to help us out.
If you think you can convince them, by all means. Just remember, you've been gone a long time. Things have changed.
I had a good team.
Keep your list. I want people I trust. The ones who helped me stop Saren and the Geth.
That was 2 years ago, Commander. Most of them have moved on, or their allegiances have changed.
What about Ashley?
Where's Ashley Williams?
She's still with the Alliance. Promoted, I believe. Her file is surprisingly well classified.
What about Rex?
Where's Erdnut Rex?
He returned to Chichanka, and he hasn't gone off-world in over a year. He's trying to unite the Krogan clans.
What about Tally?
What about Tally? She already helped us on Freedom's Progress.
That was unexpected. I need more intel before I'll commit to that.
What about Garrus?
Where's Garrus Vicarian?
The Turian disappeared a few months after you were declared dead. Even we haven't been able to locate him.
What about Liara?
Where's Liara Tassoni?
She's on Ilium. My sources say that she's working for the Shadow Broker. If so, she can't be trusted.
Never mind.
Okay, I get it. They're not available.
You're a leader, Shepard. You'll get who you need.
We'll be ready.
You worry about the collectors. I'll make sure my team's ready.
Good. 2 things before you go. First, head to Omega and find Mordin Solus. He's a brilliant Solarian scientist. Our intelligence suggests he may know how to counteract the Collector's paralyzing Seeker swarms.
Is that an order?
I haven't even started and you're telling me what to do?
I'm giving you direction. What you do with it is up to you. I'm sure you'll make the right decision.
All right. What's the other thing?
I found a pilot I think you might like. I hear he's one of the best. Someone you can trust.
Uh-oh, it's Joker!
Hey, Commander. Just like old times, huh?
I can't believe it's you, Joker.
Look who's talking. I saw you get spaced.
Got lucky, with a lot of strings attached. How'd you get here?
It all fell apart without you, Commander. Everything you stirred up, the Council just wanted it gone. The team was broken up, record sealed, and I was grounded. The Alliance took away the one thing that mattered to me. Hell yeah, I joined Cerberus.
You really trust the Elusive Man?
Well, I don't trust anyone who makes more than I do. But they aren't all bad. Saved your life, let me fly, and there's this. They only told me last night. It's good to be home, huh, Commander?
I guess we'll have to give her a name.
Every time I hear the music on this part, it always makes me think of, like, the Halo theme song, ironically. There we have it, guys. That is where we are going to go ahead and end today's episode. In the next one, we'll do a little bit of exploring on the Normandy, as well as getting into our first actual mission. That's not just, part of kind of this tutorial area, so...
Welcome aboard the new Normandy, Commander.
I've been looking over the dossiers. I'd strongly recommend starting by acquiring Mordin Solus, the Solarian professor on Omega. We know the Collectors use some type of advanced technology to immobilize their victims. We'll need him to develop a countermeasure to protect us.
That's a good point.
Without that countermeasure, we'll be helpless if we ever run into the Collectors.
Acquiring Professor Solus seems like the most logical place to start.
Who are you?
I am the Normandy's artificial intelligence. The crew like to refer to me as Edie.
Joker's not gonna like this one.
Helmsmen aren't happy when someone takes control of a ship away from them. Especially Joker.
I do not helm the ship. Mr. Moreau's talents will not go to waste. During combat, I operate the electronic warfare and cyber warfare suites. Beyond that, I cannot interface with the ship's systems. I observe and offer analysis and advice. Nothing more.
Anyone else I should meet?
I'm guessing it takes more than just the three of us plus Joker to fly this ship.
The Normandy has a full crew. They're at their stations awaiting your orders.
Final preparations for takeoff are complete, Commander. When you're ready to go, just pick a destination from the galaxy map and the CIC and I'll plot a course.
Jacob and I should return to our posts. Come find us if you have any questions.
So here they're just kind of showing you the same little areas that you had before, where you could go and check your messages. You got the armory, then you got the captain's quarters, the tech lab, but that is actually where we are going to go ahead and wrap up for today, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.